Today's question comes from Jessica in Washington State. Jessica writes, I'm a full-time mom with 3 children. My husband's job allows no time for him to give me a break. I'm 1 class away from a master's degree and I can't even find time to finish. We cannot afford childcare. How can I find fulfillment and avoid becoming bitter? This sounds like there's a lot in this question, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through seasons where obviously my wife's and I both had graduate degrees. We had a young kid. We were trying to finish those and race and get done. And there was times we had to trade certain things for childcare. We had to get really creative with having somebody come over and help out, or folks from where we worked, or folks from school, folks from church. But when we had to figure it out, we figured it out. And unless somebody's out, they may be out on an island here, so I don't want to doubt Jessica has gone to the ends to figure it out. But it sounds like she's got a challenge with her husband's job, which below that is she's got a challenge with her husband.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Because listen, we've been through seasons here. When I started this business, I was working 16 hours a day.
Right.
Sharon will tell you she was like a single mom, and when I think about that situation, if we had sat down with 3 kids and she's at home full time, and I'm gone all the time. I mean, I was teaching financial peace. I'm on the radio. I'm traveling. I'm speaking. I'm, launching books. I mean, it was about a 2-year period of time that I was leave before dark and come home after dark. I mean, it was just, it was working to get a business off the ground, and we were in agreement on that. She was not embittered by that. But if in that setting, as hard as I was turning it on, if she had said, I'm 1 class from a master's degree, this is pissing me off, I want to finish it, we would have figured out a way to adjust old Dave's
That's right.
Schedule, because I love my wife, and that is if you want to go back to school for 4 years, that's a different equation. You're 1 class?
That's why something else
and
this doesn't smell right.
He can't figure out a way to adjust his job on that ever in the foreseeable future. I call BS.
I call, and the other side of it is, how can you find fulfillment and avoid becoming bitter? You can't be fulfilled if you're in a one-sided relationship where somebody is not willing to sit down and have this conversation with you.
Well, I'm not sure the master's degree makes you fulfilled. I'm not sure even getting the master's degree and going into a career is going to make you fulfilled.
It's the relationship issue here.
But this is, it's not. I don't know if I'll just take fulfillment out of it. I'd just be bitter. I mean, come on, Bubba, figure this out, man. That's a husband problem. That's what old Dave's reading into that. I'm not sure.
Jessica's. Do you find this that people like to blame the job and not the employee? There's been seasons where I think it was easier for me to get frustrated with my wife's employer, or her to get frustrated with my employer, than to sit down and say, "Hey, John, you're choosing work over us."
Yeah. I mean, if you, because here's the thing, if he is in a good career, in a positive situation, he's getting a ton of attaboys and affirmations, and he wants to stay there and get more of those instead of come home
with somebody who's bitter and unfulfilled.
And exhausted from watching 3 kids all day. He's like a hero there, and when he comes home, he's a dog. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not blaming her either. I'm just saying, he's just self-centered jerk. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
What I can tell you is bitterness is the paved road to resentment, and you don't come back from resentment. And so this couple needs to throw a flag, turn all the lights on in the house, and say, we got to stop this right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I mean, it might be, because here's the thing, too. Maybe he's in a situation where for the next 12 months he's going to have to do this.
And it's all seasonal, right?
Yeah. But when this all feels like it's fatalistic, it's forever.
Right.
And that's it's setting both of our signals off.
Yeah.
We got flares going off all around our brains right now. But but if you go, well, for the next 12 months he's going to have to turn it on, but then he'll be able to take my class, then you can not be bitter, because you can see your chance of finishing this up, and that's a reasonable ask.
But that's a couple coming together like a budget. right? And saying it's going to take us this much a month
Yeah.
to pay this off in this
But there's
time.
an end to it.
That's right.
Because you go, but if this is like for the next 10 years, it's just his job. I just have to put up with it. That's so fatalistic.
Right.
That's the wrong way to look at it. Because nothing is that solid.
Right.
Nothing stays in place that long.